Welcome in, everyone. My name is Sam. This is the first game recap for the Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings series in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And look, when you score 4 goals in a game and you're up 4-0, chances are you're probably going to win that game. But then there's also the equivalent chance that you blow the lead and lose the game, and that was kind of what was happening in this series. The Oilers lose this first game in the Stanley Cup finals, or playoffs, I should say, for this year. I'm not worried. That happened last year and that happened the year before, and then they came back and beat the LA Kings. Now, granted, this is a different team than the other years that we faced. This is a significantly better team than the other LA teams that we have faced. But here's what was crazy about that game. The Oilers essentially out-hit the LA Kings. You may think differently because of the score. Take a look outside the score. There was moments in time where the LA Kings kind of pushed the pedal, but then there was more moments where the Oilers were pushing the pedal. When you have the referees help you out in a game, you should win. There were some questionable calls on both sides, but more so in favor of the home team. And you know what? I understand it. I get it. You want to make NHL exciting, you want to make hockey exciting. It was exciting hockey. The event of the Oilers losing, it is what it is. I'm not concerned. It's a long series. I never predicted that this series would be done in 4. I mean, ideally, trajectory over the course of the last 3 years, it should have been 4, but I don't think that's going to be the case. This is going to be a very, very long series. Now, granted, the Oilers are missing their number one defenseman. The Oilers have some key guys that are out of the lineup, but there was some chemistry that was there. There was some actual fire that I saw from the Oilers that I hadn't seen in the last couple weeks. So, with that being said, I will say this. Goaltending for both squads, atrocious on both sides. Both goaltenders ended up with an 800 save percentage. And keep in mind, LA had a 4-0 lead, and their goaltender finished with an 800 save percentage. If it was above 900, maybe it'd be a different story. But it was above 800. The Oilers found a way to just phase Kempner. We didn't have to win that game. We just have to show him we can put the pucks past him. Now that we've done that, moving forward, the next game, which is tomorrow on Wednesday, because I'm posting this video the day after, Tuesday, whatever, the Oilers are going to come out and they're going to play. Ideally, we want to see the split. That would be perfect. Coming home would give us the home ice advantage. But if we don't, we go down 2-0, then we might have a different story coming back to Edmonton. However, Oilers fans, you are fully aware that the Oilers have been down in series before and have found a way to march back. The Oilers were down in this game and found a way to march back. It was because of a last-second deflection by a jumping Warren Foegele. I'm not going to blame Stu Skinner for that goal. 100% not going to blame him for that one because I don't think any goaltender in the league could stop what happened. It was a fluttering puck that just bounced off a person. However, every other goal that was in the net, Stuart Skinner, it's got to be a little bit more dialed in. Another problem I saw that the Oilers have was they were limited to amount of shots. I think there was a period of time where 15 minutes they just didn't have any shots, and kudos to the LA Kings for being able to contain the Oilers. But it didn't take long. The second we got that first shot off after 15 minutes, we were firing. The Oilers had a strong, strong third period, and that's the type of hockey that the Oilers can bring, produce, and play. I do want to give a special shout out to Jeff Skinner because that was his first playoff game in his entire career. I know, I've watched this game for a very long time. I know how hard that can be to even make the playoffs, so congratulations to him. Now you've got your feet wet. Now you're ready to go. Let's start pushing the pace. Game 2 is on Wednesday. As an Oilers fan, if you're freaking out, don't. This is only one game. Next game could be a different story. Who knows? I will say this before I head out. I hope that the refereeing is a little bit more fair this next game. Normally, I don't like to go out and challenge how the referees are, controlling the game or managing the game. But there were several instances in which the referee only chose an Oilers player to put into the penalty box. How is it that the Oilers had 10 penalty minutes and the Kings only had 4 off a high intensity game when they're crowding our net? It just felt like if the Oilers breathed in the wrong direction, they were sent to the penalty box. And when they reviewed the puck going over the glass, come on, they spent all that time. They knew what they were doing. It's a critical point in the game. We had to challenge that one. It was critical. The refs made a terrible call there. Put the Oilers down, 2 men. Kings subsequently scored on that one, getting them a good lead. I think at that point it was 5-1, 5-2. But I hope and pray that the next game, the refereeing is down the middle. If the Oilers commit infractions, yes, penalize them. But penalize the other team as well. We're clearing the front of our net. We have every right to do that, just like they have every right to clear the front of their net. There's little extra scrums afterwards. Please call those. I can count at least 3 instances in which Draisaitl was absolutely manhandled and taken down. The ref is standing right there, no call. There was also a no call on the Edmonton Oilers when Kulak had hit a player from behind. And he went into the boards. I thought that was going to be a penalty. I thought that was going to be boarding, but the ref just looked and ignored. So, consistency. We've got to see a little bit more consistency in terms of the refs and how they manage the game. But otherwise, both teams played fantastic. The outcome was, as an Oilers fan, is not what I wanted. So kudos to the Kings. But at the end of the day, if you take the refereeing out of that game, the Oilers win that game. If the refereeing that was there was not there and we actually got fair reffing throughout the game, that game goes the other way. And don't tell me I'm wrong, because the Kings had a 4-0 lead and blew a 4-0 lead and barely squeaked by with a 6-5 victory. Had that game gone into overtime, Oilers win it. So Kings got to watch out. The Oilers are here to play, and they showed you what they can do in the third period. That's it for me. I'm excited for the next game. I hope you guys watch it too. I will see you guys on the next video.